Now here you are without the line, and it's the same mistakes again. Now see, that's when I have to address it. That's when it's like, okay, I understand. I absolutely understand rebuilding, restructuring, but I'm absolutely going to have to also address when I'm seeing something from last year that I don't believe we should see this year. Hope that helps a bit. Wizards take on the Knicks at home. They take on the Bucks on Monday. So we shall see what happens. Now, I already see comments. See, one thing about me, I call out comments. Hey, Dundee, how are you? Let's get to the Commanders. Guess what, buddy? Now is your chance. Commanders fans, check on in. And if you are just now tuning in, you are now watching from the Coaching from the Couch series, the weekly DMV Sports Update. I'm your host, CWall. This is a live Bowie television recording. We're now entering to the Commanders part of the conversation. If you are just joining in, we talked a lot about the Wizards and we have shared some information about what they're doing, what they're going through. I'm trying to help Wizards fans get through it. Commanders fans, let's hope I don't have to help you get through it next week. Let's hope I don't have to help you get through it next week, because let me be very clear with you about something. Let me be very clear about something, Washington Commanders fans. If I have to help, I'm not going to be able to help you. Here's the reality. The Commanders have to beat the Giants on Sunday. I don't. Is there anything else left to talk about? Love button, fire emoji. If it doesn't, what else is there left to discuss? Is there anything else left to say? Seriously. Because look, and let me also be clear about something there. I'm not saying that they have to just act like this is going to be easy. I'm not saying that. And I'm seeing the comments coming in about Sam Howell. We can jump to Sam Howell. I'm not saying at all that this is going to be easy, because I don't believe any professional game is easy. I just don't. But what I am saying is they need to beat them. I am saying that they absolutely need to beat them for sure. Okay. And there's no ifs, ands, buts about that. They need to, in front of the home crowd, they need to handle business. It just is what it is. I want to go back to Sam Howell. Love button, fire emoji. You know, I would like to say, I had so many people. See if you all, let me know if you remember, just a few months ago, okay, I was telling people, because I'm at practice every day, what I saw in Sam Howell. And do you all remember the number of people that tried to tell me that I didn't know what I was watching? I'm there. I'm there. And how many people tried to tell? And I'm like, come on, I'm there. And you're going to try to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Now, everybody loves Sam. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? I wanted you to love them. I wanted you to love them and love him. He's good. It's very good. Very good. And Jahan Dotson, very good. He did very good. Yes, he is. Matter of fact, and I appreciate this. Everybody didn't believe me. Just give it a minute. Because I said, you have to, and I'm going to go back to this, because I'm holding true to two things. And one This was the Jack Del Rio's defense year to shine. It was on them. Why? Because you were dealing with a new to starting in the NFL quarterback. You were dealing with a new offensive coordinator, a new together offensive line. Those three components, that's new. That is very new. You're pretty much dealing with the same things on defense. You said all you needed were two ball hawking corners. And you got your two ball hawking corners in the first and second rounds. Everybody was happy, very happy on draft night. Extremely happy draft night in the day after. Okay. And so I'm holding true. I'm going to stick to what I said. I said, this has to be the year the defense is who they're supposed to be. This has to be it for them. They got to do this. Just dispel all the rumors, dispel all the myths that they can only perform against mediocre to not so good quarterbacks. Get to the quarterback. Get the pressure up there. Do it. It's on the defense this year, because the offense is going to come along, but they're going to come along slower. So you got your goons on defense. You got the people that you want. This is who you wanted. You got everybody. Let's get to it. And what we've seen is an offense that has now caught up to the defense, and in some ways potentially may have passed the defense in progress this season. That I did not see coming. Now, I saw Sam coming. I knew what it was. I was more concerned about the offensive line, but shout out to the offensive coaching staff for making the appropriate adjustments. And we talked about that on the Washington Commanders update earlier this week. Shout out to them for making the adjustments. Okay. And the continued learning. And hey, it's far from perfect. But I think there needs to be something said for the progress that has been made on offense. Drop in the chat. Can everybody type progress? That's all. You heard me talk about this all the time. All you want to see is progress. That's all. You want to see progress being made. Progress matters. You want to see that the mistakes that they're making, they're learning from those mistakes and they're able to apply it in game. You want to see those things. But I've been saying, for sure, good deal right there. Good deal right there. He can learn. He's gonna so I saw that coming. I saw that progress. I saw based on how he takes feedback. I saw based on how he implements corrective action. I saw those things. I saw it. What I didn't see was what the defense is doing. I didn't see that coming. I'm just going to tell you all the truth. I didn't see that. One thing about me, I want you all to recognize when I was right and also recognize when I was not right. I was like, whoa, I just knew this was it. I said, finally. Now, we have always acknowledged on this show, and you all remember and know, if you've been watching this show for a long time, I've been saying it for a long time. I said, you all, it's a rumor going on around about this defense that, truth be told, they only perform well against mediocre to not so good quarterbacks, and we don't want that to be true. We don't want that to be true. It looks like it might be. Looks like it is. And that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. I think that they are even shocked by how this season has gone for them. I think they're even shocked. And I see this comment here. Yeah, this isn't a good deal. And we're talking about winnable games. We're talking about winnable games. That they just, not all winnable. Again, nothing's perfect. right? But I want to go to this comment here. And I said this on Monday, that if you have to rely, and you all know I'm a Sam Howell advocate. Not saying he's perfect. It's not about crowning anybody. I'm an advocate. I see the growth. I see the progress. You see it, then great, right? But what did I tell you all on Monday? Hey, listen, if this team has to rely on Sam Howell led offense currently, I'm not talking about in the future. I'm talking about right now. If this team has to rely on a Sam Howell led offense in order to win the football game, that's not a good sign. It's actually it's just not a good sign. Okay, it's problematic. It's problematic, and that is what we've seen here. And it's nothing anybody can do to get those games back. I mean, we're sitting here talking about it, and I'm going to jump to some snippets from conversation that we had with Jonathan Allen in the locker room today. I don't think anybody's more disappointed than them. I mean, we're talking about it as media. And I'm talking with you all about it. Nobody's more disappointed than them. I just want to let you know that right now. But oh, what this team could be if the progress meter, was moving at the same pace. Could you, visualize that for a moment? Just for a moment, visualize what this team could be. And while you're visualizing that, let's jump to one of the snippets from the media scrum with Jonathan Allen today.
This year, does that make it more interesting going into a game like this?
I want to say it makes it more interesting. At the end of the day, we know what's on the line for our season. And at this point, we're in the playoffs already. We got to win every game. And every week's another opportunity to improve on what we got to do. But at this point, we got to win. And, that's what it comes down to. So try not to focus too much on the opponent. Focus on what I have to do, what we have to do as a unit, as a team to be successful. And that's going to be our game plan moving forward.
How tough is it for you guys when you feel like you're playing good defense and then the explosive plays just kind of end up being backbreakers?
I feel like it's just we exhale. We play really good, we play solid, and we exhale for one snap, and then that's when we get hit. And that's because you just can't do that. You can't take any play for granted. And throughout the course of the game, one or two plays is going to make the difference, and you don't know when those plays are going to come, so you got to be ready when they come.
Has this been? You had some high hopes coming over here. Has this been one of the more frustrating years? Just because it's kind of hard to start to get some momentum stops?
That's hard to say. We've had some rough years here, and every year you don't have the start that you want to have. It's going to be frustrating, and as time moves on, you kind of forget about what happened in the past. But I do know it is frustrating because our offense is playing so well, and defensively we're just not holding up our end of the bargain. So it definitely is frustrating.
Personally, with that frustration, is that something you try to block out on game day, or do you try to use it to fuel improvement?
On game day is the easy part because I'm out there just playing football and doing what I like to do. It's harder throughout the week, but on game day, I'm just playing ball. Same thing I've been doing since I was 5.
I know you played with Casey and James McCauley quite a bit over your career, but since that trade, has that been an adjustment for you guys on the inside too, just that familiarity of
I want to say so much with Casey and James, but definitely like KJ and Andre and FA, just some of the guys that have been playing with Chase and Slover here. Me and Payne, we got to try to do more to help them out, and we got to play together as a defense line and as a defense in general.
How would like a guy like?
So before I move on to the next snippet, and if you all are just tuning in, you're watching From the Culture from the Couch series, the weekly DMV sports update, and I am your host, CWall. We are talking Washington Commanders right now. You can always watch the show later and catch all the Wizards talk for all of you Wizards fans. We're talking Commanders now, week 11. Playing the New York Giants at home. The word on the street is, at least from Bowie Television, is they need to win the game. That's kind of just the synopsis there. What I want to acknowledge that Jonathan Allen said was that, and I see this comment here. Yes, that's Tevin Camp. Listen, the music selection today Yeah. My type of vibe. But that absolutely Tevin Campbell. Hearing Jonathan Allen say out loud, the offense is exactly what we were just talking about, right, you all? The offense is playing so well, and the defense is not holding up their end of the bargain. This is your team's leader. On acknowledging the same thing that we were just talking about. Said it out loud. Says it. They getting it over there on the offensive side. We're not. Think about that. Think about that, because I'm still going to go back to visualize what this team could be with the offense playing well. And I mean, in some aspects, the offense might be playing better than some people expected. I mean, drop in the chat if the offense, all things considered, right? Sam Howell, Coach B Enemy just coming in, offensive line woes, and drop in the chat. Are they about where you think they should be? Did you think they were? Do you think it took them too long to get to this place? Or are they actually outpacing where you thought they would be right now? I would really love to know your thoughts on that. Really appreciate it. Jonathan Allen being the transparent, encouraging leader that he is, acknowledging the offense, but also acknowledging that the defense is not holding up their end of the bargain. And I'm going to switch to this snippet here that includes one of the questions that I had for Jonathan going into this week's game.
I want to say surprised. I'm disappointed because I know we can play better than what we have. But you're only as good as what you put on tape, and this is where we're at right now.
How do you prepare for a guy like Tommy DeVito who just doesn't have much out there?
As a defensive tackle, I try to take a center approach every week. I try to collapse the pocket, make sure he can't step up. We know he's going to try to run, try to limit his running abilities, and just make him uncomfortable as possible. And that starts by taking the running game away.
Thank you, John.
Appreciate it.
John, really quick, how do you continue to stay motivated? I mean, week after week, you are the one at the center of the huddle, center of the team, just speaking, encouragement, motivating. How do you yourself stay motivated when the season is going this way?
I spend a lot of time in my Bible. I spend a lot of time praying, and I try to get my strength from the Lord. Beyond that, I feel like I'm a very motivated player, and one thing I pride myself on is I'm not really motivated by money. I'm more motivated by legacy. So I'm always trying to not only be the best player I can be, but improve and prove my worth to people. And I'm always setting goals and challenges for myself. And I feel like I'm a very just motivated, self-motivated player naturally.
I really wanted to know because again, what I shared with you all earlier is nobody is more disappointed than how this season is going than they are. For real. And that's in real life. This is not something that they're just like, oh, well, another game. Hey, it's not that. They too thought this season would be, just everything. Nobody envisioned this record. Nobody envisioned Chase Young currently being a San Francisco 49er and Montez Sweat being a Chicago Bear. This is not at all what anybody envisioned, especially after all of the work that they put in since May to be better, to make this work, to come together. So it's always interesting to me because he is a leader of the team. We see him on the Commanders reels, right? We see him on the Commanders social media every week. If you go to the games, you see him on the field every week. He's the one giving the motivational speeches. He's the one saying, hey, this is what we got to do. How do you hold up? How do you hold up without saying, okay, somebody else got to do the speech today because I can't do it. He gets up there and he does it every week. So they can't lose this week. That's that. I said all of that to say, in terms of Commanders talk this week, they cannot lose to this Giants team. Now, I didn't necessarily say that, frankly, a month or so ago when they were playing the Giants at MetLife Stadium. However, I absolutely said that because the defensive line was playing against mostly second stringers on the Giants offensive line, I said they needed to look out. They needed to be aware, because I said everybody keeps talking about Tyrod Taylor, at the time, like he was a bum. And I'm like, no, he's absolutely not. So I said they need to look out. That was my advice. They needed not take this lightly. They needed to show up. I also said that offensive line was going to have a very hard day against the Giants defensive line. And they still got some of their pieces there. But at the end of the day, they just need to beat them. They really need to beat them. It's a short week. Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving. They got to have something to keep them motivated and have them motivated. Try to get one division win going into the week, and it being a short week, and win. It's really no reason for you not to. Still don't take it lightly. I'm not saying this like, oh, this should be easy. Now, remember, I also had this conversation when they were coming up against the Bears. Like, wait, the Bears are desperate. So you got to watch a team that's desperate. The New York Giants are desperate, but you're talking about somebody that's not having a good season. The New York Giants they're not having a good season at all. So you just have to maximize that. Who's having the worst season right now? Okay, well, we're having a little bit better of a season than they are. Let's go ahead. And then they beat us the last time. No, we can't let them beat us again. It really just has to be the mindset of handling business at home on a short week when you have back-to-back division games. It is like a straight no chaser. Go out there. Everybody's name should be called at this point on the Commander side in a positive way. It should just be lights out. Really. It should be. Now, I'm saying it like it's easy. I'm going to say it again. No, it's not easy. But if you are tired of the ridicule, the criticism, you tired of losing, all of the above, you tired of the ridiculing, the criticism, losing, don't lose. And that might help. Because playing the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving is never like, an easy deal. That's the afternoon game. That's the game that everybody probably going to be watching. It's a lot at stake. It's a lot at stake. And they want to keep their season alive. I mean, it's week 11. Nobody wants to cash it in right now. They're professionals. They love doing what they do. Let's see what happens. All right, you all. I'm going to let you go, but I appreciate you all hanging out with me as you do each and every single week, because there's Wizards games. There's so much going on. Make sure you stay locked into my page, because we got to figure out when I'm going to do this show on Monday after the Washington Commanders update. Hopefully it's a victory Monday. And you all don't hear me say that too often, but for real, I really hope it is, because I'm like, if it's not, I might start Thanksgiving early and say, hey, everybody be blessed, because that's going to be a tough show if that doesn't work out on Sunday. But yes, I see Lamar Bland's comment. I tried to get everybody out, because Bowie TV covers the Baltimore Ravens as well. So you all enjoy Thursday night football. Make sure you're following Bowie TV Sports and Karita Parks on Twitter with all of the Baltimore Ravens updates for all of your Baltimore Ravens loving family and friends. We show love to everybody around the Beltway, you all, truth be told. But thank you all for tuning in, and I will talk to you all again soon.